Hello, I'm Florin.
And I'm Paula.
We are in Romania, Sighișoara. Sighișoara is the center of Romania. The area is well known in the world like Transylvania. Before the war, I had been many times to Ukraine, but since the war started and at the border we help a lot of Ukrainian in transit, thousands of them, but also we had on the longer term hundreds remain here with us. Most of them are ladies with a lot of children. They came to survive here during the war. So I'm still thinking when everything started and we saw on the news this and we watched and we couldn't believe the line were waiting, people trying to escape from Ukraine when the war started. So we decided in this area, not just us and others, we need to do something. We cannot just watch. So some of our friends got to the border and they bring the first family and the first night, and they had 3 children, very small,
Yes.
twins. How many months?
The twins were 3 months old, and they had another daughter. She was 3 years old. And I still remember they came during the night. The babies were sleeping, but the 3 years old girl was crying very hard because she didn't know what's going on. And then suddenly, when we entered the house where they were going to sleep, everything was so silent, and she was just silent also because she liked that way of being silent. And then her mom told us that she was crying all the way until from the border to Sighișoara. I felt so sorry for her. They stayed here for more than 1 year and a half, and we've watched the babies. We celebrated their birthday when they were 1 year old, and then the girl who was having serious trauma problems, we tried to help her. And because she did not speak anymore. Her mom said that she was speaking before, but when the war started and so much noise was there, and she just cried. But after pretty long time, she started to talk again, and she was smiling, and she was coming and taking pictures with us, and yeah, we really enjoyed seeing her.
Because most of them, they are mothers with the children, that they need to stay together and to be like a community, to trust each other and to help themselves. So we started in the beginning with the kindergarten. We thought that is also maybe in the first, maybe second week,
Yes.
we saw the big need to unite them around one goal, to survive here. And also others, they were coming, and for mothers it was a big place to share experience on each other and a lot of trauma. You'll not believe the story they said. The tanks got in the village and they kill people and cross cars and everything, and they just took the children and some of the clothes what they find in the house quickly, and they just run. And even in the Joy Center, because we saw also others coming with bigger children, started to be around this ministry with trauma healing, with the part of children to not be anymore in this shock. That's why the name is Joy Center, you know, to have a part. And they saw also a big place of hope. And for us, that was the main center which unites the Ukrainian community, refugee, because Romania has the largest border with Ukraine, and the shelters on our side were full, and they know who wants to stay on a longer term. We said, okay, we are in the middle of the country, we are waiting, we just send the vans to take them and to adapt in this.
Yes.
But we still have a lot of children, and half of them are orphans.
Orphans
Orphan.
brought from the war zone.
From the war zone. Some of them are from the orphanage, some of them, their parents. I still remember a grandmother came with four
children.
Four children.
Four children.
And because her son and her daughter-in-law died in the war zone, so she got here with And the children, they're not more than 5 years old.
They were 5 years old, also twins, but
Twins,
boy
yeah.
and girl.
Yeah, and she was, I'm sure, over 70. And she was afraid what will be next if she is dying here, what we will do the children. But they survived well. The other had been 17 years old, and she
Yes.
started to be in charge. So we need to adapt every day, every week to the new normal which they had. But since the Ukrainian community started around Joy Center to grow, they started to receive them as a welcoming
And
and to adjust.
we have a psychologist now who
yeah.
is taking very good care of all the traumatized children. And especially, I can give you an example of a girl who is now 7 years old, and she came from the war zone, having very, very bad traumas. But we didn't know about this when they came first, she and her mom. We didn't know that she was going through traumas. We just thought that she is behaving not very nice, and we didn't know why she was all the time just shouting and being nervous, and we just thought this is her way to be. But it became worse and worse, and then her mom told us that even in the night she cannot sleep. She is all the time yelling and doing all kind of strange things. And then after a while we have got the therapist, our psychologist, who is also therapist for traumas from the war zone. And she discovered that this girl, so her eyes have seen so much pain and have seen so much bad things from the war that she couldn't even express herself.
Without therapy, without recovering, one of the things which the children are saying here, which we take for granted, that it's peace.
Yes,
They
it's
don't
silent,
hear, it's
yeah.
silent. For them to have peace, that means it's safe. For us, well, it's peace, yeah. When I got to the war zone, the sirens going every 15 minutes, day and night, you cannot feel safe. I'm sure you feel, you don't know what will be next.
Usually in the morning we meet first with all the leaders around 8:30 or 9 o'clock, and we just spend the time together, asking if everything is okay. We pray together usually, and we wait for the children. First, the kindergarten children are coming, and we have a very, very nice time with them. Now the children who are here from a longer time, the first thing they always do every morning, they give us a very big and long hug, and
yes.
they are very happy to receive
Yeah.
our love back. And we are so happy for them. And then of course they go to play for a while. They have a small breakfast in the morning, because not all of them receive this at home, if their mothers maybe are at work or they are just home with the older ones, and they have a breakfast. Then we continue with therapies. And it depends. Maybe we just do a therapy with the whole group or individuals. That depends from day to day. Then we have lunch around 12 o'clock, and then they have a very good nap, and some of them a very long nap, because they say that at home during the night, still some of them do not sleep
Yes.
very well, but they have a very nice and quiet nap at kindergarten. Starting with 2 o'clock, the children from school are coming, and then it's very noisy around and so much fun. Of course, all of them also hugs and kisses, and how is my brother doing, how is my sister doing, if they have brothers or sisters in the kindergarten. And then they are divided. That's always, they are divided on different ages, and therapies are starting, and we do music with them, and we do, for the older ones, we do also cooking classes. This is something new that we do now. And then we do also a little bit of Bible stories. everything until around 5 or 6 o'clock. But after 4, when the younger ones get up from the nap, we are all together. And this usually is funny and very, very noisy. But we have a very good time there together. And then around 5 o'clock, they leave home. Either they walk home or we use our transportation, because many of them live far away and it's starting to be dark.
And also, yeah, because the teenagers are coming from school, they don't have nowhere to go. Again, Joy Center, it's a place for them to unite as a family. So they have in the evening Alpha course, and they are doing great with Alpha course. They enjoy to hear about hope and about God. And I believe this is the most important in their lives now, to have a hope. Because every family which is coming, and after 1 week they want to meet with me, and they are asking me like this, tell me the plan of my life. And I'm sure I would like to know the plan of their lives, but I don't know. And I'm speaking the only plan we have, hope in God, to continue the life in the way we are. So they have home groups at the Joy Center. Joy Center is a special kindergarten and teenagers, but also it's more also the community is coming. People are coming, mothers who are coming from work. They stay there, they remain and discuss. It's so important to speak their own language, to speak with them, each other, and they encourage each other, and they speak about the life in Ukraine and how is the situation. And so in a way, Joy Center is more like everything is fulfilling the needs of Ukrainian community in this area, and it's so important to continue this ministry. And I would like to say thank you to International Needs, to all our friends who support this ministry and are here with us, because we have a saying, together for others. In a way, here we are for others, to tell about the hope in God and to be with them and just to listen what they are doing and how they are doing. And also there is Romanian community are helping to connect with each other. Also Romanians are coming to say hello. Sometimes they are bringing food for them and they can bring home. We have families with 10, 12 children, a family with 18 children. So they cannot survive just parents working, so they need help. And that's why we started again to be a part of this community, to help them to survive.
My prayer for the Joy Center is that we have health and power and strength from God, that we continue the work. And I'm praying that we will have also the funds, the financial power to be able to continue, because it's really a big need to continue it and make so many children, so many people happy.
So International Needs is so important here to be with us and continue the ministry. And I would like to say thank you to all of you from where you are. God bless you. And I know this hope will take us to heaven one day, but until there, we have a lot to work together.